Hi, Shannon O'Flaherty here, and it's so nice to have you with me here tonight on this beautiful sunny evening in England. Felt like summer today. So I wanted to talk to you all about lacking confidence because so many people do lack confidence and we don't really know why. And it really holds people back. And the thing about lacking confidence, and it can be in absolutely any area of your life. So you could have a really powerful, confident CEO, say, that goes to work and can wheel and deal all day, but then he goes home and speaks to his wife and he has no ability to stand up to his wife. So he might be lacking confidence there. Or maybe you could feel really confident in your skills, mothering your children and things like that, yet you don't feel confident in social situations and can't speak up for yourself. Or you feel really confident in sports, but you can't talk to girls or boys of the opposite sex, whatever it is. So we can feel confident in many areas of our lives and not confident at all in other areas of our lives. But what happens when we're lacking confidence is that it kind of permeates through all of the different levels. And the reason we start to lack confidence starts really, really early, like most things. When we're really young children, and we do something that upsets our parents, and our parents get angry or upset, or they yell, or they humiliate us or punish us in some way. And so the next time we might not be so sure about doing that thing. Now, part of our parents' job is to protect us from doing stupid things like hurting ourselves, touching a hot stove, etc., etc. But you've also heard a lot of parents, and I've heard this, shouting out to their kids, don't run or you'll fall down, right? So that right there is undermining your child's fundamental confidence with their physical self. I'm running because I'm a child and I'm just going to have fun. And if I fall down, oh well, I'll get back up and keep going. And then you see the kid fall and the kid is perfectly fine, but they look behind them to see if their mother or father who said that is watching. And if they are, then they go, big drama for the parent's sake, to keep the parent right. You're right, mom and dad. If I run, I'm going to fall and hurt myself. So I've just run, I've just fallen. You're watching, so I must be hurt. I'm going to cry. Now, I know that's a very simplified form, but essentially that's how it works. That sometimes the parents themselves install the lack of confidence into the children, or if you have parents that are pleasing types and are always kind of rescuing the kid and never letting the kid get into it for themselves, we, of course, as parents, we can look at our kids and say, yeah, right, well, that's probably not a good idea, or that's unlikely to work. But really what we need to do is just let them go ahead through life and learn their own experience with life so that they can develop their own confidence and see what works and see what doesn't work. And then a lot of the other confidence comes from just emotional beliefs about not feeling good enough. This is again solar plexus issue. When it's out of whack, we're not trusting what we inherently know, and we don't believe that the words that we need to come to us are going to be there. Like when people first go online, start a business, and realize they have to have Facebook lives, like, oh my god, I have to go and talk to the public, and how will I know what to say, and blah blah. And we question all of this stuff in our heads, whereas if we just calm down and think that we're just talking to a bunch of friends, it'll be much easier, because we all have knowledge and we all impart and share our information and wisdom every day, really, most of us at some point in time. But when we're put on the spot, we suddenly have knees knocking together and we think, oh gosh. And that's because we are afraid that people, our colleagues, our loved ones, total strangers out there in the world, are going to judge us. And if we have this fear, which most people in the world that I've come across have at some level or another, that somebody is going to judge you or make a poor judgment or a bad judgment about you, a less than judgment. It is really about you, not it's about you judging yourself the most harshly. And so most people out there feel like they don't have confidence about what they're doing, they don't trust what they know, and that they don't fit in. These are three things that a lot of people I speak to in the world on one level or another, because really, who should feel confident? Like, not really anybody. If you're pushing the boat out all the time and you're always evolving your business and you're always expanding your spiritual horizons and you're always working to be the best version of yourself and you're always learning and you're always looking for the next thing, well, then you ought to be on the edge of your comfort zone all of the time, really, if you're expanding. And then we get stuck in our uncomfortable comfort zone because we don't take that leap of faith that we need, because we're not confident enough to do it, because we don't trust that everything is going to work in a vortex of abundance the way the universe does, that we're going to be held, respected, seen, heard, valued, cherished if we do speak our truth. So we create our own fear, we create our own lack of confidence, our own less than, with really great reasons that seem to stack up really good until you find yourself saying them to someone and realize, gosh, I've invented all of this in my head and I'm keeping myself stuck here. And it comes down to fear. And people don't even realize that they're in fear because of this lack of confidence. So they don't realize this lack of confidence is basically, it chunks down to fear, because what's confidence born from, you know? So when you're feeling a little bit nervous about something or thinking like, oh gosh, I might not be great at this, like, well, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? So you get it wrong. Big deal. People fall down all the time. Get back up and then do it better next time. And so maybe you'll be humbled here and there. I certainly have been many times in public sometimes. Oh, well, just chalk that up to life experience. So if you're feeling that like, oh no, I can't, that's the time to actually like put your foot in there and take that first step, because that is your leap of faith. And that stepping over that fear of that confidence barrier is going to be the one thing that's going to push you into the next phase. And then you'll realize like, okay, well, the world didn't fall apart when I took that first step. And now I'm doing this, and okay, I'm kind of in a focus, I'm kind of in a flow. And now I know more information. And gosh, now I have some confidence about this. I mean, when I look back to when I started this business and took it online, I knew nothing about marketing, and I could still kind of joke and say that I know nothing about marketing, yet I do, because I've been learning it in spite of myself, right? And so I might not have a whole lot of confidence about it, but I'm still doing it, and I'm doing it to my ability, and having some fun with it so that it's kind of fun. And so I'm making my own confidence with it as I go along. Am I perfect at it yet? Am I feeling like super powerful? This is what I can do? No, but that doesn't matter. If I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have a business online. So it's like, you must always be pushing yourself forward, especially if you're feeling like, oh, I'm not confident to do this. That's the time to do it, because that's what's going to help you move into the next step forward and help you get over your confidence barriers. It's still the problem of the monster under the bed. We don't want to look at the monster under the bed, so we're going to stay stuck in fear instead. And really, this is holding you back on every level in your life, because once you clear up a confidence barrier in one slice of your life's pie, even the areas that you do feel confident, those are going to open up exponentially too. And you're going to start seeing new opportunities and having new brain waves and new ideas so that you can move forward. Seriously, one day of doing something new and different can open up vast resources for you moving forward. So I encourage you all to figure out what it is that you're not confident about. decide in your mind if these are real fears or if they're just projections of what you're putting forward. And ask yourself, well, what's the worst that will happen? And if it's about what other people are going to think about you, that's just stuff you're making up in your head. And this is why I love to have mind shift calls with people, because often it's very difficult to see our own stuff when we're in the middle of our own kind of drama, if you will, or our own storm. And I love to point out the blind points that people can't see in themselves, because a little bit of information can go a long way, and a little aha moment can lead to vast unearthings of deeper held subconscious beliefs, which is the kind of work that I do. And I really want to help you all get clear. So please book a mind shift call with me if you're really ready to start to dig up some stuff that's keeping you from shining your brightest light. Let's get rid of all of those dark shadow pixel parts so that we can have diamond clarity all the time and feel as confident as we need to just take the next step, because that's all you really need. I love you all so much. It's been wonderful speaking to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.